8 players have scored 50-plus points before going over the age of 21. Today, we're uncovering each of them and what happened. First up, we have Jamal Mashburn. Now, I'd be willing to guess that unless you are a hardcore basketball fan and you really know your stuff, that you didn't think Jamal Mashburn was going to be on this list. He was a very good player in the mid-90s and early 2000s, don't get me wrong, but his name certainly doesn't see the light of day in comparison to others. This game took place in the beginning of his second season with the Mavericks on November 12, 1994. Against the Bulls. At least the Mavericks didn't have to worry about Jordan on the Bulls this time around because he wasn't back from his baseball journey yet.
Mashburn off the drive to the hoop and scores on Purdue. That's Mashburn with the offensive rebound and hoop. Mashburn 4-3. By Jones dumps it inside to Mashburn. Against Purdue, nicely done. Jamal with 15. Williams pick. There's Purdue to meet him at the hoop, but Jamal still muscles it in. To Mashburn, backdoor on Pippen. Nice play. Punch into Mashburn. He's got Kraskowiak on him this time and scores over Purdue and draws the foul. Options, post up. Mashburn over Pippen and a foul on Pippen. Takes Pippen into the lane. 42 for Jamal. On Pippen. Jamal Mashburn again. Mashburn with 49 and a foul. Mashburn has 50.
Mashburn shot 19 for 31 from the field, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, 9 for 13 from the free throw line, and topped it all off with 10 rebounds. Little 50-point double-double action, and they won the game at 124-120. Along with Mashburn going crazy, his teammate Jim Jackson also put up a career-high 38 points to help out the Mavericks in this win. Surprisingly, there was only one other time in Mashburn's entire career that he dropped 50 points. On the dot, too. No games over 50. The next player up scored 50-plus plenty of times. Allen Iverson dropped his first 50-point game in his rookie season on April 12, 1997 against the Cavaliers. Considering that he was the #1 pick in the 1996 draft, he had a lot of hype to live up to, and he did his best in this game to deliver.
Stackhouse broke it loose. Allen, the bump and run. Gets his first field goal.
When you take a look, at Allen Iverson getting the bucket.
Bench with the 2 personal fouls. Iverson trying to waste him, breaks his ankles, gets to the goal and gets 2 more. Iverson, tough shot, he hit it. Iverson instead wants Bobby Sura, strong to the cob, yes, and a foul. Allen Iverson with just the right English, now to the line looking for the 3-point play.
Allen Iverson taking Sura off the dribble, getting help from the weak side.
Neither Lang nor Marshall could come up with it. Iverson for 3, yes! Against Brandon, crosses over, strong to the goal. Wait a second, who takes out his frustrations by running the full length of the court. And Iverson with 39 just to win. Iverson for the record, yes, and there it is! Sura tracks him, Iverson, tough shot, and he hit it. And short, Stackhouse misses on the putback. Iverson is fouled in the act of shooting. He goes for 50. He's got it. Allen Iverson with 39 in the second half and 50 for the night.
Iverson did everything he could to bring the Sixers back in this one, especially in the second half, scoring 39 points, with 23 of those coming in the fourth. But the Cavaliers were just the better team on that night, winning 125-118. They also forced him to commit 9 turnovers, which was brutal for the Sixers' chances of winning. Nobody on the Cavs went berserk or anything. They all just did their jobs very well, which led to the win. Iverson ended up with 50 points, shooting 17 for 32 from the field, 5 for 9 from deep, along with a rough 11 for 18 from the line. Unlike Iverson, the next player on our list would make almost all his free throws count. Rick Barry didn't have the luxury of having a 3-point line at his disposal. Instead, he made his inside game count and drew a ton of fouls on December 14th, 1965 in a game against the New York Knicks. Despite Barry putting up a double-double with 57 points and 15 boards, it would not be enough for the Warriors to win this game. The Knicks had 3 players score over 25 points on that night, while Barry was doing all of the heavy lifting for the Warriors, ultimately leading to their 141-137 loss. Barry shot 18 for 29 from the field, along with making 21 of his 22 free throws on that night. Next player up had 50 points in the least amount of shot attempts on this list. Trae Young can be known for chucking up threes, and this game was certainly no exception. On February 20th, 2020, the Hawks were up against the Miami Heat. Leading up to this game, the Hawks were just 15-41, and this was the year that the Heat would go on to the NBA Finals against the Lakers in the bubble. So you know Ice Trae was not going to let them take another loss at home.
And Miami is not a team that plays at a fast pace. Trae connects from downtown. Trae with the long three. Trae, another bomb. And another three-pointer. A 35-footer from Trae Young. He makes that shot look easy. Trae waits for the screen. Gets the contact and hits it. Trae with the runner. Good. Nice three from Miami. Trae puts up the rainbow and hits it against Iguodala. Gets in and scores. So slippery. Trae. Bottoms! Miami takes a timeout. I swear he could hit one coming up the Marta escalator. 297, big screen, big three, got it! Trae drives in. And one. Trae. Oh my goodness! 36-footer. Trae looking to drive. The bump, the bank, the basket. Absolutely carving up the Miami defense. A new career high for Trae Young.
Finally, we get a win along with the 50-point effort. Trae dropped an even 50 points, shot 12 for 25 from the field, 8 for 15 from 3, and 18 for 19 from the free throw line in the Hawks' 129-124 win. Young also had 20 of his points in the fourth quarter to seal the game. Got to shout out DeAndre Hunter too in this game with a plus-minus of 26. He was putting in the dirty work while Young got all the recognition. Next up, you LeBron haters are not gonna like this one, but it's the first of his 3 appearances on this list. This game came in LeBron's 3rd season in the NBA while he was on Cleveland. Now, I'm not a LeBron sucker or anything, but this roster was just not good at all except LeBron. I mean, they had Ilgauskas, the legend, and there were some other role players that stepped up during this game, but LeBron was the offense. January 21st, 2006 against the Utah Jazz.
Wearing the black tights tonight to raise up over Kirilenko and drop that jumper.
Always looking for a passing lane.
LeBron James put it on the deck. You can count that with one more coming from the line. 10-0 run now as LeBron James will try to end that. And the Cavaliers with LeBron James along with Damon Jones, Sasha Pavlovich. LeBron turned that corner. Kirilenko fell down. LeBron James will splash the deep jumper. LeBron James going to raise up. Ring it up. LeBron is feeling it. Shot clock at 7. LeBron James fading away and filling it up. LeBron James to trigger the deep jumper that's right there where he wants to find the improvement. LeBron James.
The young fella is into his groove.
And LeBron James off the spin, wheeling and dealing.
Way to get them outside the free throw lane.
LeBron James came out of the attic. Jaws dropping, yeah, I see.
Especially with this team, they execute so well in the half court.
How about LeBron James? Now LeBron with a shot clock at 4. That rainbow 3. His biggest lead of the night. LeBron James from deep. That face-up 3.
Moves his feet low.
Flight number 23 with takeoff. LeBron James, another triple try.
Is he feeling
LeBron James. Kirilenko cannot touch it. LeBron James knows it. James will head to the hole with power. The youngest ever to reach it in the history of this league. James to raise up and bury another triple. He's got 49.
LeBron, he wanted to hit that 3 shot, but he realized they were going to open up the Red Sea for him, and he...
If it was an early game, like a 1 o'clock game, I wouldn't have been able to play because this morning my knee had stiffened up from last night.
Coming into this game, the Jazz were actually worse than the Cavaliers. AK-47 played well in this one, but Darren Williams was hot ass and he shot 25% from the field. LeBron and the Cavs, on the other hand, got the victory easily, 108-90. Danielle Marshall and Damon Jones played very well off the bench, and then LeBron finished the night with 51 points, shot 19 for 35 from the field, 4 for 8 from deep, 9 for 11 from the line, and 8 assists to go along with it. Next up, we have a female beater who was looking very promising in the NBA until he decided to mess up his entire career before it even really began. Kevin Porter Jr.'s lone 50-point game took place on April 29, 2021 against the Milwaukee Bucks. This was in his first season with the Rockets. He started the season late because he was arrested with a loaded handgun and marijuana in his car after he had crashed it. I mean, somebody's got to get this kid on the right path because clearly it's not working out right now. Anyways, into the game.
That today, talking about his former playing years.
Here's Porter to the basket, lays it up and in. Nice drive. Trying to, oh boy. They say, hey, you better come out here and guard me. Don't you know who?
They're insulted.
Insult Olive Orland on social media. He's right on top of it. Porter Jr. got a switch, shoots it over PJ Tucker. Porter Jr. got it. Milwaukee Bucks ought to bring back some memories for Jim. All the way down the court. Went by 3 fouls, got the basket to count.
He's going to get that here tonight easily.
Talk about a bounce back game. Porter's open. Got it. Really has, hasn't he? And Porter's done a pretty good job, too. Porter Jr. with the right hand. Big guy on him. Steps back. He'll fire the three, and he hits again. He's trying to add to it. He steps back, keeps firing away, and he hits again. Porter Jr. again. There it is. 50 points.
Giannis left this game within the first minute due to an ankle injury, which gave the Rockets a much better chance of winning, and they took full advantage of that. Final score was 143-136. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Bryn Forbes all had right around 30 points, while the Rockets also had 3 main scorers in this one: Kevin Porter Jr., Christian Wood, and Kelly Olynyk. Quite the combination of players. Porter finished with 50 points on the dot, shot 16 for 26, an outstanding 9 for 15 from 3, and added on 11 assists, making him the second youngest player in NBA history to record a 50-point double-double. He's back. LeBron's second time on this list. This one came against the Bucks on December 10th, 2005. This was the same season as we just mentioned with LeBron, except this game wouldn't pan out quite how the Cavs had hoped.
Former Buck Damon Jones on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Damon Jones in the game. You got to play them for their threes, even though
they grew up on 10th Avenue. Oh, no. LeBron James, he's a 10. Jim Paskey, John McLaughlin, and Bob Brennan on FSN North. That's an and one.
Isn't he?
Great pass ahead for James, 21 points. Red.
Together. How about LeBron?
Yeah, he's going to score that.
He's going to pull up. Nope.
LeBron James has 52 points.
Other than LeBron and Ilgauskas, just horrendous shooting from the Cavs on this night. Nobody else had over 10 points other than those two guys. The Bucks, on the other hand, played great team basketball. 5 players with over 14 points on the team that night, which led them to a 111-106 win. LeBron finished that game with 52 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, shot 19 for 29, and 5 for 9 for 3. Next up, we have a game that I actually recently covered in our 70-point video. Listen, guys, I am absolutely sick as a dog right now editing this video, but one thing I love to do on nights like these especially is enter into some underdog pick'ems and get some extra cash. Give me about 30 seconds right now. We're going to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Underdog Fantasy. All you have to do is go on either your mobile device or desktop to see which players' projections look the most appealing to you. Underdog has a ton of different sports to choose from, and you can 20 times your money in a single night if all your pick'em entries hit. Use code SWEAT right now and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 by Underdog themselves. Underdog Fantasy is available in the majority of US states. Just check out this map to make sure that you qualify. Once again, sign up for Underdog Fantasy using code SWEAT for a deposit match up to $100. Huge shout out to Underdog for sponsoring this video. Devin Booker on March 24th, 2017 against the Boston Celtics. The Suns came into this game rebuilding, and Booker was just about the only scoring option on the team, aside from Eric Bledsoe, who wasn't even active for this game.
A subtle shift of momentum as Booker nails it from 3. Booker steps into the 3 and right in rhythm nails it. Booker 5 for 9. Rest of the team 4 for 20. Chris is 0 for 7. Booker, oh, the alley-oop to Chris. Booker from straight away. God, he is deadly.
Good technical foul.
Step back, half court. One-on-one with Rozier. The step through, got it, he's fouled. Put it in the keys, chip away. There, 2 more. D-Book. Hey, why not?
You have to be impressed.
They find Booker on the back cut for 3. He did it. 59. Booker runs into Zetter, puts it up, and that's it! He's got the record! 42 and a half. Here we go!
Bye-bye. Calm down.
He did it. And the crowd is happy.
Booker tried to single-handedly bring them back into this game, and it almost worked. They came up a bit short, though, and lost 130 to 120. Isaiah Thomas played spoiler on the Celtics and dropped 34 points in this one. But Booker finished the game with 70 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, shot 21 for 40, 4 for 11 from 3, and a wild 24 for 26 from the line. This performance made him the youngest player in NBA history to score 70-plus points in a game. All right, now we're at the top 2. The second spot, we have the final LeBron performance. You probably thought he was going to be number 1, but we got a little bit of a shocker at number 1. Now, LeBron is notorious for playing well against the Raptors, LeBronto over here, and March 20th, 2005 was no exception. This was during his second season in the league, but James ran into a bit of a problem during this one. 33-year-old Jalen Rose.
Great evening there.
They want LeBron James with a rock. And a deep three against Marvin. Cavalier. James
Ready to come right back. But this, they have to stop right here. What do you mean you're not making a call?
LeBron with a 3-ball jack. James from the corner, the step back, coming up. Run, they've retaken the lead at 5. Nice pass. They're trying to screen and roll. There's a double on James coming. You want Newell to take a shot. James against Peterson with a runner.
He had 2 rebounds and very aggressive challenge.
Shot clock. LeBron fires it up. You got to be kidding me. 10 on the clock. Here is James. Oh, my goodness. Gooden down the floor, leaking out LeBron James. LeBron's going to have to force it up. Oh, my, you got to be kidding me. He's got 48. He wants it. He can feel it. And he's got 50, his first NBA 5-0. The Rose, he should take it home with him. Here's James for 3. You got to be kidding me. LeBron James with 56.
Yet again, the Cavs took the loss on this night by a final score of 105 to 98. Jalen Rose put up a hell of a performance, scoring 30 points, and Donyell Marshall added on 24 to go along with it. As for the Cavs, everybody except LeBron and Drew Gooden struggled terribly. LeBron finished this game with 56 points and 10 rebounds, which made him the youngest player in NBA history to record a 50-point double-double. He shot 18 for 36 from the field, 6 for 12 from deep, and 14 for 15 from the free throw line. Number 1 on this list is probably a player that nobody saw coming. Not that he wasn't a good scorer, but this was the only time in his career that Brandon Jennings scored 50+. In fact, I looked it up. I don't think he ever scored over 40 except for this game. This was the beginning of his rookie season, just 7 games in against the Golden State Warriors on November 14th, 2009. The Warriors looked like the much better team heading into this game roster-wise. I mean, Monte Ellis, baby Steph Curry, Steven Jackson, Corey Maggette. Brandon Jennings said, "Hold my non-alcoholic beer, would you?"
7th father-son combination in NBA history. Jennings, yes, of its biggest lead. Jennings, oh man, 13 points a game. And I mean, City will stay that way. That's true. That's enough to know. Jennings, destinations. All right, Brandon Jennings. 3, yes.
I don't know why the Bucks are a better rebounding team. That's another reason. The guards can rebound. About Mikey Moore, too.
Look out.
Look out. In ththese first few games.
Look out, baby. Another 3.
Veterans play.
The second assist.
You see that, Yank?
My goodness.
My God.
To do it. Meeks. Oh. A good night to have McLaughlin give us a shooting demonstration. Jennings behind the broken screen. Up the glass. Maggette and 1. Jennings. 53 points, a 3-pointer.
Put it away now, guys.
55.
He did.
9/125
on a record-breaking night for Brandon Jennings.
55 points, 21 for 34 from the field, 7 for 8 from 3, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists to go along with it. Jennings had the best game of his career right here and led the Bucks to a 129-125 win. Now, if you guys want me to make a video about the oldest players to score 50+, you let me know in the comments. Until then, you might find these videos interesting.